Welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 hour to make the best game ever. Good, before we jump back at code, let's see if there's something we can merge or review. What about this here? Okay. Use is empty. Okay, looks like this is ready to merge. Yeah, okay. Okay. Resolve and apply Clang tidy fixes. Use is empty. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. What else do we have? This one was a hard one here. Do we want to look into this now? Maybe look at some easier ones first. Let me go to author Baptista. He has 29 open changes. Jesus Christ. Let's try to pick something simple here. Let's do minus drafts. How do we write this? GitHub exclude draft from search. Draft no. Draft no. 23. Good. So we ignore this one here. This one is also big. Okay, what about this one? Nineteen to 4. Keywords. Still needs work here. What is this? Turn break. Okay. Yeah. Fix unexpected return. Yeah. Bug fix logic. I would say we label it as a fix and not as a bug fix because we don't know. Unexpected return in case unexpected return in case production of that interface. Fix unexpected return in case cancel unit create game logic message dispatch. Okay, message. Okay. Then we would just say no risk, no fun. Fix lobby game sorting. This is game audio, get uninterruptible, should play locally. Yeah. Labels, performance, minor, gen, ZH, audio. Put that into runtime performance fixes and optimizations. Yeah, so basically it will avoid this allocation here and all this stuff here and this and this, which probably also contains some allocations in here. And then this lookup here, yeah. Adjusted volumes. Oh, this also looks expensive here. How much is in there? And even the lists. Oh boy. Oof. Adjusted volumes. Put a breakpoint here. I would like to see how much entries are in this list. If it is like 10 entries, then probably should change this to a vector. We should probably change it to a vector regardless. Let me see. Zero. Well, that's a good start. One. Police car siren loop. Okay, well, that's not much. Just one guy in there. But it is expensive because it has to go through each item, then tests. Oh boy. So if we had like, I don't know, 100 guys in here, then this would significantly slow down music play. So it's really not smart, this thing here. But I guess there's just one guy inside, so it's probably fine. Let's load some skirmish level, like this one here with all the units. Yeah. 0. Okay, that's fair. Let's load some regular level. Here. Play. 0. Okay. Good, then that's not a concern. Good. Then this is the same event to add. Play locally audio event to add. Yeah. New. Audio event to add. To add get uninterrupted. Yeah. Okay. Then should be good. optimize fail condition. Fail condition order. I wonder, is there anything else in this function that could be optimized? So it does allocate here, and then it has this. Get volume, release, call muted audio. Well, this one could be moved as well, right? Call muted audio. Audio and get volume. Music and audio events. This one also looks like it could be moved, maybe. Intensive audio debug. Let me see. So it will release here. Audio event. Okay, but here we have set volume. It modifies the volume here. Music, audio, add audio event. Yeah. Set volume. Okay, it's pretty cheap though. Seconds. Just set volume, set volume. So this takes float, I guess, yeah. Let me put a breakpoint here. It's main volume. I hear nothing now, but it doesn't hit this, interestingly. Min volume. Volume, M volume. -1. Huh? Volume is -1, which is certainly smaller than this. Huh? Why is this not going in here? Clearly, this event is smaller. Huh? 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 I'm confused. So this one is 0.02. And the volume is -1. Yeah. -1 is smaller than this. What is it returning? Oh. Volume -1 is a special value. Okay, what does it return? Get volume, event info, volume 0.1. Ah, get volume. Okay, so it doesn't. That's kind of stupid. So if you disable sounds, it still goes through all this bullshit here. Yeah, I can't set a low. This is so low. Is like I hear nothing, but the audio is still getting processed. What the fuck? Oh. How's this possible? Oh boy. At volumes less than this, the sample will be culled. Who's setting this min volume? Min sample volume. Okay, it's an ini setting. Oof. 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 Oh. Let me put a breakpoint here. The question is, what affects this volume? Oh, it's static. Okay. Okay. Volume -1. Okay. 0.55. Okay. Now we're setting this volume. Police car. Zero. Okay, here we have a zero audio. The first one. The first zero audio. Wow. Okay, well, that's a miracle. Hmm. Okay, I don't quite understand why these volumes are so high. Hmm. Yeah. Like who decides that the volume is above or is 0.1 now? Who decides this? I don't understand. Why is this 0.3 now? And 0.6? Event info. Are these static? Maybe. Event volume. Maybe they are static. But just playing volume. 0.6. Desired volume 0.6. Just playing. Aha, here it's being zeroed. Get effective volume. Get effective volume. Is this public, this function? Protected. Effective volume. Violate limit. Effective volume. Okay. Fair condition. Okay, let me do the following. We merge this guy. And then we merge this guy. And then let me go to main branch. Then we pull. And then we go to add audio events. And then not for local. And then here we also move audio events. Do we have game audio is is this interacting with Miles or is this not? Miles. It's not. How is it interacting with Miles? Set volume. Get volume. Thing and generate play info. What is this? So what I think we need to do, we need to move these two up here and then have an event to add, get event name, let's hope it will work. And then we have a real custom volume. Custom volume equals this. How about we say custom volume. Yeah. effective volume. Get volume. Effective volume equals custom volume. Effective volume equals get effective volume. Now the question is, how do we get a hands on this? Miles Audio Manager. Audio Manager. So maybe we should say here. Sound screen. Effective. Okay. Get volume. I would say put here real, virtual, get effective volume, const 0. Virtual. Volume shift. probably safer to leave this down here for now. Yeah. Let's leave it here for now. We just... Yeah. Okay, and then we say here, effective volume, audio events, real, const, real, effective volume. Okay, let's see how that diff looks. Yeah. Okay, let's see if that works. So basically the goal here is to, if sounds are effectively muted, then we don't like them to play them, right? Yeah. Okay. Crash. Well, that's not good. What happened? Oh. Okay, let's do it again. Something we broke? How? Effective volume. Oh, there's an error. Audio manager dummy. Dummy. Before this guy. Okay. Okay. Return 0. Okay, cool. Let's see. So let's go to game audio. We have a breakpoint in here. Yeah. Good. So audio events. The audio is -1. Yeah, let's see what happens. So get volume, it now gets it from here. So that is 1. Okay. And now the volume is 1. Okay. But then we have here 3D volume is 0. Volume times 1. Okay, it looks to me like all this stuff down here is pretty useless because it's already 0. All that is not needed. Here's some division, length, or square root even. Yeah. Length. Square roots. Yeah. X plus. So volume, distance, position, distance, position, get current position, distance. Okay, so to me it looks like first this one can be moved down here. Good. Then position. So if position, okay. Yeah. This is also stupid here, this multiplication. Because here we can just say real, this, done. Yeah. Okay, so these ones are pretty straightforward. We just multiply. Is positional audio else. Now, this one also is the exact same. So we can also simplify this and we just put this here. And then we can remove this guy. And if it is positional audio, get current position. Oof. Okay, that one is not cheap. Oof. Positional audio. Positional audio. Get effective volume. Okay, so this one, this function is okay. It's just checking some things here. Okay. Positional audio, event info, ST word, type. To me, it looks like that this condition is kind of redundant if we get the position anyway, right? Like this one should return null if we don't have a position, right? So here we have positional, that object positional, drawable object that invalid. So positional object drawable that. Let's change this into a switch case. Switch owner type. We say case positional case this case that and case that. So positional, put in here objects, put here drawable, put here, and that here. Otherwise return null. Okay. So if it is positional object drawable that, okay. And then is positional audio. Let me double check. So this one checks not invalid. Is a drawable object positional. It's not invalid. Yeah, on a type. So I assume we can take out this one, yeah? Get current position. Probably safer to leave it for now, yeah. And let's say if volume is larger 0.0f, let's take some epsilon maybe. Okay. Good. Yeah. Right. Alternatively, you can also say could just put this in here. So, game audio. Audio events. Effective volume 0. And now it will release audio events. Okay, that's that. Now the question is, can we also avoid this allocation event here? And doing all this bullshit here. Maybe. Let me think about this. Effective volume. I mean, there will always be things that will be out of range or so that won't have a volume, right? So it does make sense. So how can we optimize this more? We want to... The problem is that these functions here, they take this audio event shit. This here, and it's pretty sizable. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in here. Get effective volume. I should probably make this const. Get current position is not const. Oh boy. Oh, because it updates it. Oh boy. Oof. Oof. Okay, well, done. I think there's one problem with this code. I don't think we should do that, all of what we just did, because an audio event might be created with a volume of 0, effectively, but maybe we scroll into this audio while it's playing, right? And then we can hear it. So I don't think we should do what we've been doing here right now. Maybe instead we should only mute it if these guys are muted. Yeah. Sound type. Effective volume. How about we add a new function? We call it virtual real get base volume. Volume. So audio type cons So what we do is we do base volume we do a switch type case AT music, AT streaming, and AT the other guy. What is it? Sound effect. Return 0. Return .3D volume. Speech volume. Music volume. Okay. And then here we say this times get base volume. And then here we pass const audio type equals this type volume type get base type, boom. And then we can remove this bullshit. And then here we can say if AT sound effects if type sound effect. There we go. Okay. So get volume times volume shift get base volume. Okay. Then what we do next, get effective volume, get base volume. Good. And then go here and we say get base volume. And we say here audio type. Audio effect, what is this? Oh boy. Oh boy. Audio effects, where is this? Audio effects, effect. Why can't I find this symbol? What is this bullshit? There we go. Music sound. Ah, okay. Ah. 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 Speed. Oh boy. Okay, so this belongs here. Then let's take these guys here. And let's go back to... Oh man, why are the shortcuts not working? And let's put this new function here. Get volume, audio type. It's weird that it exists twice, essentially. Music. Audio manager. Okay, then we put this guy here. I don't know why this is a virtual function. Okay, then we go to Miles Audio Manager, and we remove this one. Then here we say get volume. That somehow fails. Okay, I'm not sure why. Good, so let's go back to game audio. Then we say get effective volume, get volume. We say audio events, get volume. Sound time streaming. Get disallow speech. If we're currently playing uninterruptible speech, disallow the addition of the sample. If not is on. Oh, we have a check here. I totally missed. Why is this not working then? Okay, let me sound type, audio type, sound type equals this. Uninterruptible. If get disallow speech. Okay, let me put a breakpoint here. So right now we have all the sounds muted, but then why is it not stopping here in one of these? That's fishy. If not is on. Let me see what that is. Music on, sound on. That's something else. Is on. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Get volume needs to be const, doesn't it? Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that this is on function basically doesn't test. It doesn't test the volume if the volume is 0. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So sound type, sound effects, let's say is on sound, which to get sound on true, 3D on true. Yeah. Then let's put a comment here and say check if sound, check if audio type, so on. And then here we do check if audio volume is turned on. Super hackers at performance. Switch. Sound. Oh, just need to test get volume. Sound type. Let's say if it's smaller than min volume. Okay, that should work. So now if the volume is smaller than this value here, then it should stop early, you know. Okay, let's put a breakpoint. There we go. Sound effect. Let's go in here and sound 3D volume is 0. Okay, excellent. 0. No sound. Okay, cool. Then let's see what happens if we enable it. Well, you can't hear shit now. Let me enable sound so you can hear it. Let me pause the music here. There you go. So now you can hear the desktop, yeah? As you can hear nothing. Okay, let's enable voice volume, yeah? Nothing happens. Enable sound FX. Sounds. Let's put a breakpoint here. Sound effects. Okay. So there's some sound effects. Well, that's unexpected though. How did that happen? Okay, I'm surprised by this now. But clearly we can hear sound. Huh? How's that working? We jump in here. Huh? I'm confused. Start update driver. It's audio. Okay, it gets past it. Okay, let me see. Watch this. So, sound on. Sound 3D volume is 0.4. But we also get a hit here. How's that possible? Script. So suddenly the sound volume is 0. Huh? Who's doing that? Who's doing that? Huh? Okay, that's surprising. Huh. I put a breakpoint here. Who's calling this? Regain focus. Oh, okay. Well. So when we tap out. we tap out the audio. Let's see. Don't hear music now. I think that's because the music is not playing because of the change we just did. Yeah. So yeah, so there is a side effect to this here. Like if a sound or something is in flight and then we change the volume, but then so the music should start at some point. It should start at some point, I believe. Sometime. Yeah. Yeah, not so sure that's a good idea. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's not a good idea. Yeah. I guess for sound effects it probably would be alright, but for voices and music, probably don't want it, right? I would say we don't do this. Yeah. Yeah. So we don't hear any music right now. Let me exit game. So if we remove this thing, okay, so right now we have okay, and now we turn the music on, and now we should be able to hear it immediately. Yeah, there we go. and now this video gets copyright striked. Yeah, but this makes sense, yeah, because the sounds is in flight. It's basically playing, but it's just not audible. Yeah. Then let me add a note here. Info, it's not testing audio volume. Let's say audio volume 0 audio volume is not a fair condition because music, speech and sounds still want to be in flight, in case the user toggles, case the user raises the volume, on runtime. After the sound, after the audio was already triggered. Then let's put this here. Okay, then we don't do this. I think we still did a few optimizations, so that's nice. So we did some simplification here. Type audio. Positional audio. Game audio. Volume. Okay, and then this one we remove. Get disallow speech. Streaming. Okay, that should be okay. Yeah, I think this should not, I don't see anything that would change behavior here. Everything should be exactly the same. It's just a little bit simplified, the flow of this. This is the same. Music, speech, this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's a refactor. Yeah. Good, let me create a new branch. Refactor. Refactor audio manager. Okay, cool. Then we say refactor audio, simplify some code in audio manager and Miles audio manager. Simplify volume related code. Okay. Then I would say this change simplifies volume related code in audio manager. Function functionality wise, nothing changes. The initial motivation the initial motivation for this change was to explore not triggering sounds when the the volume was set to 0. But in the end, I decided against changing this because it would change behavior in regards to audio in flight, to mute it to audio in flight, and I added an info in the code to document the desired behavior. Okay, so I will add factor performance minor audio gen ZH. It is mostly refactor and performance gains should be glitchable. I guess should be. Performance gains should be negligible. Should. I'd say very, very tiny. Oh, I do realize a mistake here. It's positional audio. There's a difference. Oh, okay. Aha. Okay, so there is a behavior change here. Aha. Okay, well, let me fix that. Sorry about that. Then let's do a switch. And we remove this type. Which type? So we have case, music, and speech, no, streaming. Okay. Break. Then I think we can also remove audio manager. Game audio. Then we remove this function here again. Nice try. Good. Keep it simple. And then, is that it? Game audio. Something's missing here. Save all. Okay, let's see. Switch type, break, break, sound effects, break, okay. Type, volume, Cutting this one here. Device. Okay, positioner. Now, now regarding this one here, we could also say accommodate, multi-threaded. Multi-threadedness. I think regarding this one, we can just put this here. Yeah. Let me just say performance gains will be immeasurable. How do we write this? Immeasurable. Jesus Christ. Maybe this is right. Okay, I think this will be correct. Okay, let's test it. Okay, as we can hear, we hear nothing. Yeah. Okay. Now we can hear. Okay. There's some voice. Let's go with some compare here. Let's go with the channel. Good afternoon.
I did not think the United States would be defeated
Oh, we can't go any options.
so easily. I do not understand why the United States has
She's stuttering.
allowed
Okay. Yeah. That should be fine. Okay, cool. Then the change sim phrase volume rate the core. As mostly a factor, performance gains will be immeasurable. Nothing changes. Trying the sounds of the volume was set to 0, but it's because it would change behavior in regards to muted audio and flight. Let me double check this one more time. Looks good. 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 I replaced a few switches with a few if-else with switches. I don't know why I put this here. Okay, cool. That should work. Good. What's the time? 2 hours already. I did nothing. I did nothing. Okay. Maybe I look at one more thing or so. Let me look at this one here. Okay, this was not worked on. pattern validation. Okay. So this one could be merged. Let's see. It's pretty big. Okay, so he said he tested all. He tested all except these. Okay. Wrapper commands. Fill buffer with wrapper command. Protected. Fill buffer with command protected. This looks nice. Could have done the same here. Okay. Wrapper command size. Oh boy. What the fuck is this? Wrapper command size. Is that this or not? What is this here? Huh? I don't understand. Where is this code here coming from? I really don't understand where this is coming from right now. What is the reference of this? Net wrapper command message. Net wrapper command message. Net wrapper. Fill buffer with wrapper command. Where is this suddenly coming from, this function? I don't understand. I don't understand. Did it just spawn, or what is this? I don't understand. Let me search for this here. Add wrapper command. Is room for wrapper message. Net packet. Fill buffer with wrapper command. I don't. Where's this coming from? This function, suddenly. Where did this function come from? Why did this not exist before? Is it used? I really don't understand. Like, where does it suddenly come from? It's not a refactor. To me, it looks like it's an addition. It was added. But then this should be in a separate change, in my opinion. It's because it's not a refactor then. Yeah, that's extremely confusing. Like, I expected this is a refactor. Everything was just rewritten, but everything existed already before. But this function clearly didn't exist before. Or it's somewhere intermingled here and I just don't see it. Okay, so I have no idea where this shit comes from. What about the next one? Packet router ACK. Packet router ACK. Let's see. So we have command type, relay, player ID, data header. Which here is hard to decipher. Message len. Oh boy, it's really bad. Oh boy. It's so bad, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bytes? Let me grab this change. Packet structs. let's compile this. I think we can drop this stash. But this one we keep. This one we can delete. Okay, command ID, command type, relay. If this is a new function, that if this is new code that did not exist any equivalent before, then this needs to go into a follow-up change. Because it is not part of the refactor. Where did the code in this function come from? Did not have any equivalent before. Good, so this one is 7 bytes. Okay, that matches our expectation. Fantastic. Then let's take a look at the next guy. So this guy is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, also 7 bytes. 7 bytes, fantastic. Okay, so this looks correct. Sizes of this. So yeah, this all looks good here to me. It's a big improvement. Sizes look correct. Say are correct. Good. So I think this is all fine. Inline. This inline needs to be removed. Remove inline again. Yeah, so this is a question. The inline can be removed. Otherwise, this looks really solid. Yeah. Static cast is good. Oh, what is this here? Oof. What is this addition here? Is it a fix? If yes, then this needs to be a separate change. 3 times in this file. Yeah, let's not mix refactors with fixes. So to me, this looks like it changes the message. So this doesn't belong in a refactor. This should be a separate fix change. Yeah. So it looks like this is added. Yeah, this probably needs to be in a separate change. Okay, but all this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, it's always good to always keep the refactor from function changes separated, because then it's easier to reason about what's going on in there. Is it just a refactor? And if the refactor is done correctly, then it doesn't change any behavior. Perfect. But if you mix these two, then you increase the complexity of reviewing this, and also retroactively reviewing if something goes wrong in the future. Like if you have a big refactor, but then there's like one function change in the mix, then you have all this refactor complexity around this. And here's another one. If type is not 0. This looks like a functional change. Why is it here? Yeah, I really have to be careful here. Why is this change adding so much stuff here? It's unexpected. also write, can also format this as makes it a bit easier to look at several times in this file. To look at and maintain. Yeah, because then, like, if you add a new field, then you only need to add in one new line, right? So, and you can add comments behind it. It's also nice. Okay, good. There are some open questions though here. There. This is very nice here. Yeah, that's nice. Good. Yeah. That needs some looking into. Why there is new code which didn't exist before. I mean, it's perfectly justified to apply fixes, but they should be in a separate change then. Yeah. Good. Then let me submit this. Good. There's still some things to work on here. I already set it to approved. Let me remove that approve again because there's still stuff to do. So I will dismiss. Still needs a bit of work. Good. What is this? Was there a problem with build times? Let's see. Oh, wow. 23 minutes. Why is it always breaking? This is the third time now. Oh. Okay, let's see. It keeps breaking. It's unbelievable. It gets more complicated every time they touch it. What the what is this? quite absurd that we see package cache breaks every month. All this new code you added, is all this necessary? Complexity looks outrageous and totally not understandable. Yeah, this code is just I can't read this. Like, what the fuck is all this bullshit here? What is this? Why is there a foreground color? Why is there so much bullshit here? Oh my gosh. Gets more and more complicated. Good. I think I will end it here. Yeah. Good. Then I wish you a great day or night. Until next time. Goodbye.